AssPlanks, or in the proper terminology, pin rails. This is something that I added to Phoenix, my previous boat, and found it to be almost quite literally a lifesaver. Now, in the long time ago, pin rails were fairly common, usually set on a frame around the mast base, placed to belay halyard ends and such like that. It's handy for that, and that's why I've got those pieces of wooden dowel screwed on there. But primarily it's for... So I went and got my model, my assistant, to show you the value of AssPlanks. Turn around there, sweetie, and lean up against the plank, like that. And right there you can see the value. Now, of course, I'm a little taller, so it hits me a little lower on the hips, just above the derriere, shall we say. And that right there, folks, I'm telling you, is a valuable accessory to have on your boat. Because, as you can see plainly, it helps to keep you from falling outboard. And I want to tell you, those AssPlanks have saved me more than once from doing just that. Now, to get these things to attach to the shrouds, I just used a couple of 1/4-inch stainless steel bulldog clamps. Now, I bought those at Home Depot back before the boat was even launched. So they've been on the boat for 12 years. As you can see, there's very little rust on them, just a little bit of superficial rust. And that's a piece of 1/4-inch vinyl water tubing split to fit over the shroud with a couple of eye straps. Now, that worked quite well for a long time, but one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take those off and treat the screw holes with a little bit of crazy glue to help seal the wood and the threads. And while it would be nice and very yacht-like to use a piece of teak plank or varnished mahogany or some other such thing, all that stuff is quite expensive. So what I used was a good old piece of treated decking, available also from Home Depot. This is longleaf yellow pine. Very suitable material for boats. In fact, it was used by Joshua Slocum when he replanked the Spray after his initial purchase. It's pressure treated, so it's quite resistant to all normal weathering and bugs and such. And let's face it, folks, after 12 years plus, these boards have held up amazingly well. So that's a little tip for you. I know it's not very racy or very yachty looking, but function over form in this case. Thanks. Bye for now. Of course, if you made the planks a little bit longer, you could just bore holes through the wood and use a lashing to hold them in place. Since the shrouds angle outward from the center line as they go down, if you get your lashings pretty snug, it'll keep the boards from sliding down. Of course, if you add the bulldog clamps, that pretty much locks it in place. The upper one is important because it helps to keep the AssPlank from riding up the shrouds when there's a little bit of tension on the halyards. What that does is it helps seal the wood from moisture and reinforce it a bit where the screws go in. Anyway, that's all there is to it. It's 2 holes down. Okay, just 4 more to go.